How's it going, people? Want to hop on here, say hi. I'm going to be filming my Drake and Josh updated collection soon of all my DVDs and VHSs and stuff like that. I know that I had talked about doing that almost 3 weeks ago when I got the Partners in Crime DVD from, Jeremy, but things just got, there was just things that got in the way, whatever. But I plan on filming that video tonight or tomorrow night. The only problem is, once again, I have other shit that's piled up in the other room, so I have to move that stuff around in order to have the space for the collection part. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to film that updated video. I know that there are things that I need to still get for the collection, and there are things that I've gotten signed by Drake that I need to get unsigned copies for. Just to have an unsigned copy, because I still have to get like the Go Hollywood DVD standard, which I've had multiples of those, but Drake has signed pretty much all of those, so I just need to get an unsigned one once again. The same for the Suddenly Brothers VHS, which I need an American release anyways. I've just been pushing that off, whatever. I've got a Suddenly Brothers unsigned copy. I've had a couple of Drake signed for those. You know, Best Seasons 3 and 4. I think Best Season 1 and 2. So most of them are signed, for my collection. And then I still have to get the international releases as well. But pretty much every mainstream piece that's important to the collection, I do own. So I'm gonna film that video tonight or tomorrow. I just have to get in my room and get my Billy Wilkins stuff out of there and get my ACW wrestling stuff that I got out of that room, and then I'm gonna film that video and put it on Childhood DVD Fans. So stay tuned for that. So now I'm gonna catch up on some comments here. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't even know how many DVDs I've. It's been a lot. Go Hollywood definitely was a masterpiece. It's my favorite of the three movies by far, as far as the TV movies are concerned. Definitely. But yeah, I thought I'd just jump on, say hi, see what you guys, have to say, and whatever. How many of you guys saw my Partners in Crime DVD that I got from Jeremy from a Childhood DVD Fan? You might want to go check that out if you haven't seen it, which is that Childhood DVD Fan. It's the one with the Macho Man Randy Savage thumbnail. And yeah. There was three TV movies. There was Go Hollywood, there was Really Big Shrimp, that was a TV movie, and then there is Merry Christmas, the Christmas movie. So three TV movies. There was supposed to be one where Drake and Josh were in New York later on, but that never ended up happening. Does Drake play a guitar for what? For what exactly? But yeah, go check out that video of me unboxing uh, Partners in Crime, which is the rarest Drake and Josh DVD. It has the Gary Grill episode on it. Very rare. Um, I don't know if it was pointless. You know, uh, Maybe I'd have to kind of go back and kind of analyze that to answer that question. I can't give you an answer off the top of my head. Um, but I will say airing the episodes out of order was a bad call from Nickelodeon, because we saw earlier on Josh with the gold vest, and then later on him back to the red vest when it would actually he was filming with the red vest for the dance contest and all that stuff. And then the true finale of the TV show was Really Big Shrimp. So that part I definitely didn't like, because that confused the audience as far as storylines, because they were out of order. And I can't stand when they air them out of order. I wish that they would, air them in correct order. You know, Nickelodeon has a long history doing that stuff. You gotta follow the show by production code order. That's the only way that things make sense most of the time. No, Really Big Shrimp is technically a TV movie. It's on the lower end of a TV movie, but it's technically a TV movie. Um, do I have my Really Big Shrimp in my room by any chance? No, I guess I don't. Um, I was gonna get the journalist copy of Drake and Josh to show you, but um, I'm guessing it's in the other room. I guess not as much of a mess when George Lucas here in the Network. I mean, I don't know any of that stuff, so I couldn't be of help for that. But last night, Drake started his "I Love You" era with that album that's coming out later this year, I believe. He played at the Whiskey A Go Go last night in California. Introduced a few new songs. He was in the red suit. It's pretty cool. I'm sure he probably had a lot of family and friends because I know that he's got, people out there in California. Oh yeah, Drake still makes albums. Yeah, he put out Nonstop Flight not too long ago. I mean, that was not even that was almost 2 years ago, but he's been working on this album which is called I Love You. Or something very it's a love themed album based on his personal life and all that stuff. And he is planning to put that out sometime this year. He's uh, releasing some of the materials as far as singing them live. He's given previews for a few things. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing them, eventually live. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, Drake definitely takes a lot of inspiration from them. He takes inspiration from the Stray Cats. He takes inspiration from a lot of old school music. Elvis. Um, you know that's why he rocks that hairstyle. It's kind of the Elvis hairstyle. He's rocked that for quite a while now, which in my opinion suits him as he ages. I think it's a good look. Because keep in mind, guys, Drake's going to be 40 years old this year. 40, 40 in June. He's not no young cat anymore, but he's still a young man in life, but, he's going to be 40. So will Josh later this year be the big 40. So, yeah, they were younger than I am now when they were finishing Drake and Josh for even the Christmas movie. That's how long time has gone by. The Christmas movie this year is going to be 18 years old this year. The actual TV show ending is going to be 20 years old this year. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. Excuse me. If anybody has anything else they want to say or, comment, yeah. Doing good, Douglas. Doing good. I was pointing out that I'm going to be filming either tonight or tomorrow my updated Drake and Josh DVD VHS collection. There are still pieces that I need to get internationally and unsigned copies because I've had most of them signed by Drake that I just haven't gotten, the unsigned copies for that I originally had. So I have to rebuy those. But, you know, slowly but steadily, I'm completing the collection the way that I always envisioned it many years ago. I'm just very happy to own a copy of the Partners in Crime DVD, which, if you guys have not seen that, go check it out. Childhood DVD fan. I'm going to try to make a few more videos for you guys. I know I still have to upload the Drake footage from the TNX show last year, from the New York City show, from the Boston show, and then I'll be behind with the fourth one soon. But yeah, yeah. And today was a good day also because I was able to get some things that are very important done. Um, in my personal life with, my future, whatever. I was able to kind of you know, uh make some things happen, whatever. So that, you know, got me pretty happy for today. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm 26. I mean, technically, I guess that makes me still feel young, whatever. But yeah, that can definitely put that in perspective. But yeah, both of them, Drake and Josh, will be 40 years old this year. Drake will be in June, and Josh will be in November. Yep. Oh, cool. Yeah, I worked. I worked one day at a grocery store. And it went over fine, whatever, but I had too many other things going on in my life, so I didn't actually keep the job. But I worked one day of my life at a grocery store. I really haven't worked much in my life. I've been kind of fortunate that I haven't really had to work in my life too much. But this isn't a personal discussion much with that stuff. So, how you guys doing this evening? This, night, whatever. I mean, it's not even evening really anymore. It's nighttime. At least by my area, it's 11 at night. So, yeah, I don't know where you guys are in the world, but I'm on the Northeast, New York area. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Um, you know, just catching up, saying hi, talking for a few minutes. Yeah, probably gonna get going in about 5 to 10 minutes. But if you guys have any questions or if you want to say something within reason, I'm all ears. Excuse me. Gonna have to start very soon deciding which CDs I'm gonna bring and certain stuff like that, but that'll make sense a little later on. Um, that'll make sense later on. Yeah, I do plan on trying to upload more on my channel. I'm gonna do the updated Drake and Josh collection. What exactly I'm gonna do after that, I still have to determine. I want to get the Drake Bell concert footage that I need to get out there. Um, because I've only uploaded one show, the four that I went to last year, and then there's gonna be one, whatever. So not gonna really expand upon that, but I need to get the ball rolling on that. The video response series, if I ever get around to that, continuing with that. But the two things I have in mind for the moment, well, three things I have in mind for the moment is to upload the updated collection. That's like the immediate thing. Upload the concert footage and then try to figure out ideas after that. That is the immediate plan for Childhood DVD Fan. You guys are still here, feel free to write in the chat, say what's up. you have any Drake and Josh questions specifically you want to ask or things you want to comment on the show, feel free. If you guys saw about a week ago, Drake actually was on Nick on Sunset. He actually got to visit the old lot where the show was filmed at. That was pretty cool. The first time I met Drake was on February 22nd of 2019 at the Stage West in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I believe that that was a Friday. I'm going to look on the calendar because I remember I had to be picked up at school by my mother. Yep, it was a Friday. I was in college at the time. Um, Stage West is no longer around. Unfortunately, it closed about a year, like a year and a half or so after I went to that show. But a lot of memories from that night. That was the first time I met Drake, and that was very cool. I have a couple stories about that first night. If you guys want to hear about them, I'd be more than happy to tell you guys about my experience that night. Um, but that was a fun night. That was a fun night. Yes, I do remember when Megan's boyfriend beats him up, Corey, in Megan's first kiss, which actually I have a pretty decent like little it's not really a friendship or maybe a very loose friendship, but I keep in contact with Kelly Heyer, who was Monica on that episode, Corey's girlfriend on that episode, that Megan didn't know about until later on in the episode. She was part of the video response series, Kelly Heyer, and she's pretty cool, and very easy on the eyes. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yep. But yeah, the first time I met Drake, just to quickly expand upon that, was already over 7 years ago. I mean, that's close to a decade, and his style back then was way different than the style that he's been doing for a little while now. Back then, when I saw him, he had the acoustic guitar. Now he's been rocking with the electric guitar again, doing the piano as well. But that first time I saw him was he was on acoustic only and no piano that night. But yeah, I've still got stories from that first time that I saw him. Very interesting night. But it was a fun night, but it was interesting. Oh yeah, cool. I didn't really watch Corey in the House much, so I wouldn't really know too much about that show at all. I know that features Kyle Massey, and Kyle Massey was on That's So Raven, which obviously was a show that I did watch a little bit more of. But yeah, let's hang on here for about a couple more minutes. If you guys have any final things you want to ask or say, I know that it's kind of late at night, so appreciate the few of you that have stuck on here. Means a lot to me. I know I'm not a big channel by any means. I don't get many viewers, but whatever I do get, I appreciate. So yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't. You're a few years younger than me. But for me growing up, these were the shows for me. I wasn't too much of a Disney person, although there were a few Disney shows that I watched. But my era, we're talking specifically Nickelodeon and Disney. Was Drake and Josh, the original iCarly, Ned's Declassified, Zoe 101, um, And then, you had SpongeBob in there as well, Big Time Rush once in a while. You know, uh, and then as far as the Disney side of things, you had, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, That's So Raven. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much my, lineup as a kid. I didn't watch Keenan and Kel till later on. I didn't watch the Amanda Show till later on. I didn't watch Victorious till later on. Sam and Cat till later on. Um, but those were definitely the shows. And I didn't watch, like other shows, but I know that one of the big shows during my time was like, I know that Hannah Montana recently had a 20th anniversary special, whatever. I remember my neighbor across the street was a gigantic Hannah Montana fan, although I didn't watch that show, whatever. But I do remember that that was everywhere as a kid. Um, and that doesn't even count the other things that I've watched from, other networks and whatever. Would you like to say Drake and Josh? So I want Icon and Victorious crossover. No, I think that's too many characters, too many pots in the pan. You got to keep in mind that there's a lot of characters that you're mentioning there from those shows that play multiple characters, like Victoria Justice and Miranda Cosgrove. So I think that just would be um, a little bit too much. You can't have one actress play multiple characters at once unless you do like some kind of effect. But no, I would say no. That's too many cooks in the kitchen for me. All right, I'm gonna get going in about like 2 3 minutes. If you guys have any final things you want to say, any final questions, whatever, feel free to ask. Then obviously, two other shows that for Nickelodeon that I watched a lot as a kid was Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron. Those are other shows as well. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Late at night shows that I watched as far as Nickelodeon and Disney during that time. Can't remember if I watched any Disney live action shows or whatever. Ah, you're joining a little late there, Eagle. I'm sorry to hear that. If you guys have any final things you want to say, final questions, anything like that, feel free to ask them. So probably tomorrow night, because I have to, because tonight I may have to possibly you know maybe when I wake up in the morning, whatever, start taking care of the other room so I could get the stuff ready to film the Drake and Josh DVD and VHS and all that stuff collection. But I have to declutter all the other shit in the other room and go from there. Um, yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm probably gonna get ready to. Hey, what's up, Nibal? How you doing, man? Yeah, Papa Nichols definitely was funny. So, anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna get going as well. Thank you to those of you who tuned into the stream. This has been Drake and Josh Superfan and Childhood DVD Fan. Stay tuned for Childhood DVD Fan. I'm gonna be putting out a video very soon on my updated Drake and Josh collection, which will have the Partners in Crime DVD included and other stuff as well. So stay tuned for that. It's been Drake and Josh Superfan, Childhood DVD Fan. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So long, everyone.